Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. We are starting an episode slightly differently today. This is obviously the league table, and as you can see, we are joint top at the top of the table. That's how it works, with Manchester United both on 28 points. We are only in second place on goal difference. Manchester United scoring 28, letting in 9. We have only scored 24 and let in 5. We need to score one more goal than Manchester United, and then we'd be top of the table. In between episodes, we have played 4 more matches, and one of them I was expecting to play in today's episode, but I changed my mind. Basically, we started off with a 6-1 victory against Aris in the Europa League 2. We are just dominating that group at the moment. We've scored 16 goals in the last 2 games now. Eduardo Romero, Yuri Delati, Bill Melbourne, Cesar Giardini and Edson with the goals for us. Against Brighton, a 3-0 victory here. The bad boy Bobby Mills opened up the scoring, with Edson then getting 2 in the second half. Then against Fulham, it was the Bobby Mills show, with the bad boy scoring both the goals to put us through to the quarter-final, if I'm not mistaken. And then against Norwich, another 2-0 victory here, with Giardini with both the goals. So in today's episode, in the league, we are going to be playing Leeds as the second match. Leeds are actually doing really well, currently up in 4th place in the table. But even if we lose, we're still going to be second place. So we're starting to pull away. We're actually starting to pull away. Also, Reading, 11 games in, 1 point. Who did they draw with? I bet it's Southampton. It was West Ham. Okay. So if this is anything like the previous 2 Europa League 2 matches, expect at least 6 goals. We are at home. We put 6 past them away from home. So now we're at home. Hopefully, we can put maybe 10 past them. I'm expecting an exciting game of football. And because basically we're already through in this group. We're not technically through, but we're pretty much through in this group. I've played a few rotated players. Adonam will be the goalkeeper. Delati, Zelaya, Marcus Stock is the first of those rotated players as a central defender. Andre is going to be a left back because Restrepo has just been out injured. He is back, but he's not recommended to play a huge amount of football, so he is currently sat on the bench. Charles Cesar, Bill Melbourne and Christ Chole will be the midfield 3. Edson and Marlon Charles will be the wingers. And Nicky Monasterio is going to be getting a rare start for us today, starting his first game of the season. He's currently transfer listed, so I'm hoping this is a shop window time for him. Aris quite clearly know they are the worst side out of the 2 here, so they are going pretty defensive with a back 5, 3 centre midfielders, 2 strikers, and this is where we lose 1-0. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. We've got our first highlight with a free kick for Edson, stepping up on that right-hand side. Goes for a curling effort, and I think Zelaya flicked it over the bar. 8 minutes now. Andre with a throw to Charles Cesar, his fellow Brazilian. Across, finds Bill Melbourne, the young Englishman. Now, Yuri Delati, outside the area, comes inside to the area. He's got 2 options in there if he can find any one of them. Marlon Charles is one. His headed effort is over the bar. 16 minutes now on the clock. We are absolutely dominating, but so far not getting any goals. Edson's header down only finds an Aris player. Nikalu, maybe, with the ball for Marlon Charles is in on goal. How has he not scored? Charles gets the ball back, tries to cross it in, air kicks, and Aris are going to clear their lines, potentially with a counter-attack? No. Just realised a lot of their names are Greek, aren't they? Greek names are quite difficult for me to say. Absolutely typical as well, wasn't it? Hold on, Christ Chole with a corner for us towards the back post. Melbourne's going to collect it. Back to Marlon Charles. Finds Chole once again. Plenty of numbers in the box in black and white. Plays it back to the Paraguayan central defender, Fernando Zelaya. Crosses in. It is Nicky Monasterio. His headed effort is wide of the post. We are 32 minutes in. We've had 19 shots and we still can't score a goal. 36 minutes in now. We've got another free kick. Who has it taken this one? It is Fernando Zelaya. The central defender goes for goal. His curling effort just goes wide of the post. I think it might have even clipped it. Throw for Andre. Monasterio gets the ball. He's been tackled but keeps hold of it. Monasterio back to Andre, the throw and taker. He's been tackled and now a counter-attack is potentially on. Maybe not. Stock finds Cesar, finds Delati down the right-hand side. He's got 3 in the box, crosses in. Back post is Marlon Charles and we still haven't scored. We've hit the post again. We're going to be FM'd here. We are going to be absolutely 100% FM'd here. 26 shots we've had, 8 on target. Still 0-0. Their goalkeeper has saved 7 shots. He's on a 7.2. Well, you're getting an angry team talk. You're getting an angry team talk. I'm not going to do any changes because we're still a very good side out there. Marlon Charles is the only one really struggling on a 6.5. 10 minutes into the second half, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening at all. Marlon Charles is going to come off. The bad boy Bobby Mills is going to come on. We're also going to do Monasterio off for Eduardo Romero. Basically, close to being back to full strength, aren't we? We put 6 past these away from home. 6. And now it's 0-0. We've had 38 shots. 38 shots. And now, is this going to be a potential attack for Aris? They do have the ball. Number 7 plays it back. Please just steal the ball away. Somebody. Babis. Across. Finds the other central defender. Lumps it upfield on the right-hand side. Andre's intercepted it, though. Now, we need to get forward. Andre running down that left-hand side is the central defender. Is he going to cross it in? He's actually not bad at crossing. Does cross it in. Edson's there. How have we still not scored? Corner for Edson on the left-hand side towards the back post. Romero is there, doesn't manage to get it, and Aris can clear their lines, potentially with a counter-attack as well. Down the left-hand side, plays it back instead. The highlight just ends. 40 shots. We've had 40 shots and still can't score a goal. Final sub, Edson is coming off. We're going to bring on Giraudini on the right-hand side. I don't know whether that's the good idea to do. We've got 10 minutes. We've had 40 shots. It's 0-0. Corner for Christ-Chole with 7 minutes left to play. Giraudini was there, doesn't manage to get on the end of it though. Charles Cesar, Chole once again, Zalaya's there, can't manage to get on the ball, and it's a penalty. Are we going to win via a penalty? Is this how it's going to happen? Well, we're seeing some VAR, or the ref is at the very least. We're not seeing anything. We're just seeing a man standing next to a little white square. What is going to happen? It has to be a penalty after all of that. Is it a penalty? It is a penalty. Right then, we've got 5 minutes to play. Are we going to beat Aris 1-0? Giraudini, the Mexican, steps up, places it into the bottom corner. We've got our goal. It's taken far, far too long. That is our 41st shot of the game. We're 1-0 up. Delati with a throw. 1 minute left of injury time. Gets the ball back from Melbourne. Is it going to be 2-0? Charles Cesar, edge of the area. Goes for goal from a long way out. What an absolute rocket that was. Waffles it into the back of the net. Charles Cesar makes it 2-0. He's celebrating like he's won the cup. It's an awful result. This is a terrible result. We've had 46 shots. 46 shots and scored twice. We finished the match on 48 shots. 16 on target. Just 2 goals, and one of them was a penalty. How bad were our shots? We won. I guess that's the good thing. We won. Edson, 17% shots on target. What were you doing? Nascimento says nothing needs to be addressed. I say that was awful. That was absolutely awful. A few people got confused and demotivated, but, yes, we won, but we had 48 shots. So, with just 2 games left of the Europa League 2 group, we technically can still finish 3rd. Technically. But Aris do need to turn around a 27 goal difference in the space of 2 games, and one of them is against us. So, we're through this group, aren't we? We did also beat them 10-0 previously. So, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be going out. We're going to be going through to the group stage. We do have Galatasaray next and then HJK. So maybe we might do the HJK and Watford match possibly as an episode. I know the next episode is going to be Liverpool-Chelsea. But anyway, we're still in this one. We've got to go forward. We've got to go play Leeds. Match number 2 of the episode then. Leeds United, who have dropped down to 6th place, but that's because basically Arsenal and Man City have just won their games or drawn games or got more points, basically to move them ahead of Leeds. Manchester United also did win their game, so we are once again 3 points behind them. So we need to win 3-0 to go top of the table. 2-0 will keep us in 2nd place as far as I can tell. I do like the way that I just assume we're going to beat Leeds United. Anyway, it's time for the starting 11. It is going to be Adonam in goal, a back 4 of Delati, Zelaya, Munoz and Marlon Charles as that left back Charles Cesar with Richard Coleman. Is it Richard Coleman? Robert Coleman. And Christ-Chole as the central midfielders. Edson and the bad boy Bobby Mills as the wingers. Eduardo Romero as the striker. We do have a little bit of a fitness concern. Andre needs a rest, so he's on the bench. Bill Melbourne needs a bit of a rest, so he's on the bench. Restrepo still isn't match fit. He can play 45 minutes, so he might come on at some point in the second half. But yeah, we are somewhat struggling a little bit at the moment. So Leeds are definitely outperforming what's expected of them, but they do have some very good players. They do have Saka, who actually, he's not amazing, is he? I think he's the top assister in the league. He's got 10 assists in 11 games. So he's getting assists. I assume that means Alex McLeod has scored a decent amount of goals. Yes, he has 6 goals to his name so far. If we can have another performance against Leeds like we did against Aris, and like we did against Arsenal, and like we did against Aris previously, and HJK, we should be fine, as long as we score the goals. Zelaya with a free kick, 12 minutes on the clock. The bad boy goes for goal, but his headed effort is just over the bar. First chance goes towards the Magpies. Just a few minutes later, Delati's throw doesn't find anyone apart from Saka in a Leeds United shirt. McLeod's head down only finds Zelaya, who can play it all the way back to the Brazilian goalkeeper Adonam, who is still wanted by Manchester United. I think when I leave in the summer, he's going to be off. Munoz with the ball runs forward. Christcholi with it now in the centre circle. Across to the right. Coleman forward. Finds Edson. Is he actually going to put in a performance today? Still has the ball. The bad boy Bobby Mills takes a few touches, goes for goal, tries a curling effort, hits it just wide of the post. Free kick for Adonam. Doesn't play it very far, only to Zelaya. Now Robert Coleman, the Chelsea loanee, back to Zelaya once again. Forward to Cesar. Coleman, now Christcholi. We are passing it. Running now with the ball is Christcholi. Finds Edson on the right. What a ball that is. Edson, can he get past his man? Can't manage to get his cross away. And now Leeds United with a potential counter-attack with Saka losing out though to Charles Cesar, who passes it all the way back to his Brazilian counterpart. Munoz now. Forward finds Edson on the right. We've got a runner on that right-hand side, which is Delati. Edson instead goes to the left to find the bad boy. Is he going to cross it in? Tries, doesn't manage it. Marlon Charles takes a few touches. He's got plenty of options. Romero has one. And Rodriguinho, good name, makes the save. 10 shots, 4 on target, still 0-0. 10 minutes left to play of the first half. Or no minutes left to play of the first half. It is still 0-0. We have been the better side. What is happening? Why have we suddenly stopped scoring goals? I just casually gave everyone an angry team talk there. The bad boy Bobby Mills is on a 6.4, so maybe we bring him off, we bring Restrepo on, and we put Marlon Charles as that attacking midfielder on the left-hand side. We're almost an hour in. That is exactly what we are going to do. We're also going to do Romero off for Gerardini. 16 shots now, still no goals. Let's give him a show some passion. The second half hasn't had any highlights. Hold on, Cody Drama's given away a free kick. So, is this going to be... No? Nothing? We've not had a single highlight in the second half, apart from that weird Cody Drama thing. It's just going to be a 0-0 draw. This is disastrous. Not a single thing happened. Not a single highlight in the second half. We picked up 2 yellow cards, apparently, and so did Pablo Palacios. But that was it. Nothing happened at all. Why are we so bad at the moment? So we can see players' shots. Shots missed. Is that what it is? Yeah, missed the target. So, Romero missed 3... from right in front of the goal. The bad boy Bobby Mills, all right in front of the goal. I'm sorry, what? Sorry, what is this highlight here? So Edson runs with the ball. It takes a deflection. Okay, that's not so bad. Well, time for another shouting at, because that is not good enough. You can come in for training, sure. Well, 12 games in then. We are now firmly rooted in second place in the table. 2 points behind table toppers Manchester United. 2 points clear of third place Liverpool, but it's not clear enough, is it? It's not clear enough. We need to start winning some of those games. We've had some pretty awful performances. Against Southampton, a 0-0 draw. Against Galatasaray, that wasn't a good performance either. A 0-0 draw. Against Spurs, that was a bad performance. A 0-0 draw. That one against Aris, also not a good performance, was it? And then obviously then just against Leeds as well. Well, next episode, what we're going to do, we're going to do 2 big matches. We're going to do Liverpool, we're going to do Chelsea. Although Chelsea, I don't think is as big as expected. By the time we play the Chelsea game, we've obviously played Galatasaray in the Europa League, so we will know for certain whether we have qualified for the next round. I might not even bother doing the HJK match on camera. I might record it, and if it's like another 10-0, then I might put it in as part of like a little bonus video. Otherwise, you probably won't see it. That is going to do it then for a rather disappointing episode of Football Manager 2020. Even though we didn't lose, we won a game and drew a game. Not a very good episode in my eyes. We are second place, as I mentioned. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with Liverpool and with Chelsea. And hopefully we're back top of the table.